Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Jai Hind, your daily boost. Highlights from Indian and global history along with Tithi, Nakshatra, major global events and notable birth and death anniversaries of 4th July 2026, Saturday, Bengali date, 19 Ashar 1433. As per Srimadan Gupta Ponjika, today is Tithi, Krishna Chaturthi and up to 0958 hours and after that Krishna Panchami. Today is Nakshatra, Dhanishta Nakshatra and up to 1155 hours and after that Shatabhisha Nakshatra. Today is 185th day, 5th day of the year. There are then 180 days left in 2026. Today is 27th Saturday of 2026. Today is Van Mahotsav. Van Mahotsav, meaning Festival of Trees, is an annual tree planting movement in India celebrated during the first week of July to raise awareness about the importance of forests and environment conservation. Launched in 1950 by K.M. Munshi, the then Union Minister for Agriculture, the initiative encourages individuals, communities, schools, and government bodies to actively participate in planting trees and protecting green cover. It aims to combat deforestation, enhance biodiversity, and promote ecological balance. During this week, millions of saplings are planted across the country in a symbolic and practical effort to preserve nature. One Mahotsav serves as a powerful reminder that protecting trees means protecting life on Earth. Today is Jackfruit Day. Jackfruit Day is celebrated annually on July 4th to honor and promote the jackfruit, a large tropical fruit known for its unique taste, versatility, and nutritional value. Native to South and Southeast Asia, jackfruit is often called a miracle crop because it can feed many people and thrive in hot climates with minimal care. Rich in fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants, it is used in both sweet and savory dishes and is gaining popularity as a plant based meat alternative. The day encourages awareness about its benefits, supports farmers, and promotes sustainable food practices globally. Today is Alice in Wonderland Day. Alice in Wonderland Day is celebrated on 4th July each year to commemorate the day in 1862 when author Lewis Carroll, real name Charles Dodgson, first told the whimsical story of Alice's adventures in Wonderland to young Alice Liddell during a boat trip in Oxford. This enchanting tale, filled with curious characters and surreal adventures, later became one of the most beloved classics in children's literature. The day is observed by fans around the world through costume parties, readings, and themed events, celebrating imagination, curiosity, and the magical world Carol created. Today is National Barbecued Spare Ribs Day. National Barbecued Spare Ribs Day is celebrated on July 4th in the United States, coinciding with Independence Day, making it the perfect occasion to enjoy this smoky, flavorful dish at backyard cookouts and family gatherings. Spare ribs, typically pork ribs cooked low and slow for over a grill or smoker, are known for their tender meat and rich, savory taste enhanced by barbecue sauces and dry rubs. The day honors the American tradition of barbecue, especially in Southern cuisine, and encourages people to fire up the grill, share delicious meals, and enjoy the spirit of summer togetherness. Today is Independence from Meat Day. Independence from Meat Day is observed on July 4th as a gentle reminder to celebrate freedom not just politically but also in our dietary choices by opting for a meat free lifestyle at least for a day. Coinciding with America's Independence Day, this unofficial holiday encourages people to explore plant based meals and consider the health, environmental, and ethical benefits of reducing meat consumption. It's a chance to enjoy delicious vegetarian or vegan alternatives at summer cookouts, promoting awareness of sustainable eating while still taking part in festive celebrations. Today is Invisible Day. Invisible Day is observed on July 4th as a whimsical celebration of the idea of being unseen or unnoticed, encouraging people to reflect on the concept of invisibility, both literal and metaphorical. Whether it's feeling overlooked in society or simply imagining what life would be like with the power of to go unseen, the day invites creativity, introspection, and fun. It's often embraced through playful activities, quiet solitude, or acts of kindness done anonymously, reminding us that even when we are unseen, our actions can still make a meaningful impact. Today is Sidewalk Egg Frying Day. Sidewalk Egg Frying Day is observed on July 4th and playfully highlights the scorching summer heat by testing the old saying, "It's so hot you could fry an egg on the sidewalk." While it's more of a fun experiment than a practical cooking method, since pavement rarely gets hot enough to cook fully fully cook an egg, it draws attention to extreme temperatures and the power of solar energy. The day sparks curiosity, science experiments, and a bit of humor, encouraging people to explore heat and weather phenomena in a light-hearted, sunny way. Today is International Day of Cooperatives. The International Day of Cooperatives is also known as Co-ops Day is a global celebration held every year on the first Saturday in July to recognize the sustainable impact of cooperative enterprises in communities worldwide. Aligning with the UN declared International Year of Cooperatives, which highlights their role in promoting inclusive growth, resilience, and the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. Originating in 1923 by the International Cooperative Alliance and officially endorsed by the UN in 1995, Co-ops Day showcases how member-owned, democratically governed organizations advance solidarity, economic empowerment, and global peace. This year, under the theme "Driving Inclusive and Sustainable Solutions for a Better World." Cooperatives and governments mark the day with events, media campaigns, storytelling, and policy engagements to raise awareness of co-ops' vital contributions to social, economic, and environmental well-being. Today is International Cherry Pit Spitting Day. International Cherry Pit Spitting Day is a quirky, light-hearted celebration held annually on the first Saturday in July. Participants around the world, especially in the US, Canada, Germany, France, and Australia, compete to see who can spit a cherry in the pit the farthest, turning a playful moment into a quirky community event. The tradition dates back to 1974 when Herb Teichmann organized the first competition at Michigan's Tremendous Fruit Farm. The current Guinness World Record stands at an incredible 93 feet 6.5 inches, which is 28.51 meters, set by Brian Young Gun Cross in 2004. It's a festive mix of silliness and community spirit, perfect for summer gatherings, cherry-filled snacks, and some friendly but far-flung competition. Today is the death anniversary of Mr. Thomas Jefferson, 13th April 1743 to 4th July 1826. Thomas Jefferson was an American founding father, principal author of the Declaration of Independence, and the third President of the United States. Born into Virginia's planter class, he rose to prominence during the American Revolution, representing Virginia in the Second Continental Congress and shaping ideals of democracy, republicanism, and natural rights. He later served as governor of Virginia, U.S. Minister to France, and the first Secretary of State under George Washington. Alongside James Madison, he founded the Democratic Republican Party to oppose Federalist policies. Elected president in 1800 and again in 1804, Jefferson oversaw the Louisiana Purchase, defended American trade interests, and implemented the Embargo Act. His presidency also included domestic challenges such as the Aaron Burr trial. Remembered as a champion of liberty and expansion, Jefferson remains a highly ranked U.S. president, though his legacy is complicated by his lifelong ownership of enslaved people. Today is the death anniversary of Mr. Joseph Brackett, 6th May 1797 to 4th July 1882. Joseph Brackett Jr. was an American songwriter, author, and a prominent elder of the Shakers, formerly known as the United Society of Believers in Christ's second appearing. Born in Cumberland, Maine, he joined the Shaker community at a young age and spent most of his life devoted to its spiritual and communal ideals. Brackett eventually rose to become a leading figure within the Shaker Society in Maine, guiding its religious life and traditions. He is best known as the presumed composer of the famous Shaker song Simple Gifts, written in 1848, which later gained worldwide popularity. The melody became especially known after being used by Aaron Copland in his 1944 Appalachian Spring. Though simple in form, the song reflects deep spiritual meaning and humility central to Shaker beliefs. Brackett lived a life of devotion and simplicity within the community until his death in Maine. His legacy endures through simple gifts, which continues to inspire in audiences across generations. Today is the death anniversary of Swami Vivekananda, 12 January 1863 to 4 July 1902. Swami Vivekananda, born Narendranath Dutt, was an Indian Hindu monk, philosopher, author, religious teacher, and the chief disciple of the Indian mystic Ramakrishna. He was a key figure in the introduction of Vedanta and yoga to the Western world. He is credited with raising interfaith awareness and bringing Hinduism to the status of a major world religion in the late 19th century. Born into an aristocratic Bengali caste family in Calcutta, Vivekananda was inclined from a young age towards religion and spirituality. At the age of 18, he met Ramakrishna, later becoming a devoted follower and sannyasin. After the death of Ramakrishna, Vivekananda toured the Indian subcontinent as a wandering monk, and acquired first-hand knowledge of the often terrible living conditions of Indian people in then British India. In 1893, he traveled to the United States where he participated in the Parliament of Religions in Chicago. Here he delivered a famous speech beginning with the words "Sisters and Brothers of America," introducing the ancient Hindu religious tradition to Americans and speaking forcefully about the essential unity of all spiritual paths and the necessity of embracing tolerance and renouncing fanaticism. The speech made an extraordinary impression. One American newspaper described him as an orator by divine right and undoubtedly the greatest figure at the parliament. After the great success of the parliament, Vivekananda delivered hundreds of lectures across the United States, England, Europe, and disseminating the core tenets of Hindu philosophy. He founded the Vedanta Society of New York and the Vedanta Society of San Francisco, now Vedanta Society of Northern California, which became the foundations for Vedanta societies in the West. In India, he founded the Ramakrishna Mutt, which provides spiritual training for monastics and householders, and the Ramakrishna Mission, which provides charity, social work, and education. Vivekananda was one of the most influential philosophers and social reformers in his contemporary India and the most successful missionary of Vedanta to the Western world. He was also a major force in contemporary Hindu reform movements and contributed to the concept of nationalism in colonial India. He is now widely regarded as one of the most influential people of modern India and a patriotic saint. His birthday is celebrated in India as National Youth Day. Today is the death anniversary of Miss Marie Curie, 7th November 1867 to 4th July 1934. Marie Curie was a pioneering physicist and chemist who conducted groundbreaking research on radioactivity, a term she herself coined. She became the first woman to win a Nobel Prize and remains the only person ever to receive Nobel Prizes in two different sciences, the Nobel Prize in Physics 1933 1903, and shared with Marie Curie and Henry Becquerel, and the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1911 for discovering radium and polonium. Her exceptional achievements also earned her numerous other honors, including the Davy Medal in 1903, the Matteucci Medal in 1904, and election as a Fellow of the French Academy of Medicine. She founded the Radium Institute in Paris, which became a leading center for medical research. Despite facing gender bias and personal hardships, she remained devoted to science and humanitarian work. Her discoveries revolutionized modern physics and medicine in laying the foundation for cancer treatments using radiation. Marie Curie's legacy continues to shine as a symbol of perseverance, intellect, and scientific excellence. Today is the birth anniversary of Mr. Herbert Cecil Booth, 4th July 1871 to 14th January 1950. Hubert Cecil Booth was a pioneering English engineer best known for inventing one of the world's first powered vacuum cleaners, fundamentally transforming modern cleaning technology. Trained in civil and mechanical engineering, he designed wheels, suspension bridges, factories, and engines for Royal Navy battleships early in his career. In 1901, Booth revolutionized hygiene in introducing a suction-based vacuum system, replacing earlier machines that merely blew dust away, and he secured multiple patents in 1901 for this invention. He founded the British Vacuum Cleaner and Engineering Company, later known as Goblin, introduced the term vacuum cleaner into common usage. His large, motorized vacuum cleaners were widely used for commercial and industrial cleaning rather than domestic use. Booth's machines received royal recognition, being used to clean Westminster Abbey before King Edward VII's coronation and later by the Royal Navy to improve sanitation. He successfully built a long lasting industrial vacuum business that continues today through successor companies. Though offered a knighthood, both modestly declined the honor. His greatest achievement lies in laying the technological foundation for modern vacuum cleaning worldwide. Today is the death anniversary of Mr. Pingali Venkaya, 2nd August 1876 to 4th July 1963. Pingali Venkaya was an Indian freedom fighter, scholar, agriculturist, and the visionary designer of the initial version of the Indian national. Born in Andhra Pradesh, he served in the British Indian Army during the Second Boer War, where he realized the importance of having a separate national identity and flag for Indians. Inspired by their freedom movement, he worked on various flag designs and even published a book titled Bharata Desani Ki Oka Jatiya Padakam in 1916, presenting ideas for India's national flag. In 1921, during Mahatma Gandhi's visit to Vijayawada, Venkaya presented his flag design, which initially had red and green colors representing major communities, and later included a white stripe on Gandhi's suggestion to represent all sections of society. His decision became the foundation of the present national Indian national flag, which was officially adopted on 22nd July 1947. Apart from his contribution to the freedom struggle, Venkaya was a lecturer, geologist, author, polyglot, and educationist who worked for social development. During his immense, Despite his immense contribution, he spent his final years in poverty and passed away in 1963. The government of India honored him with a postage stamp in 2009, and his legacy continues to be remembered as the flag man of India. Today is the birth anniversary of Mr. Bhagwati Charan Vora, 4th July 1904 to 28th May 1930. Bhagwati Charan Vora was a prominent Indian revolutionary associated with the Hindustan Socialist Republican Association HSRA and played a vital role in India's freedom struggle. A brilliant thinker, writer, and organizer who he worked closely with revolutionaries like Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev Thapar, Chandrasekhar Azad in promoting revolutionary ideals among the youth. He strongly believed in socialism, Hindu-Muslim unity, and the upliftment of the poor through social change and sacrifice. Vora helped prepare important revolutionary manifestos and became the propaganda secretary for both the Naujawan Bharat Sabha and HSRA. He was also the author of the famous article The Philosophy of Bomb, written in response to India's independence. He actively participated in planning revolutionary actions against British rule. He operated secret bomb making activities in Lahore and supported efforts to rescue imprisoned revolutionaries. Tragically, he lost his life while testing a bomb intended for revolutionary operations on the banks of the Ravi River. Bhagwati Charan Vora is remembered as a courageous patriot whose dedication and sacrifice inspired generations of Indian freedom fighters. Today is the birth anniversary of Miss Elizabeth Petrovich, 4th July 1911 to 1st December 1958. Elizabeth Petrovich was a pioneering Alaska Native civil rights activist and Grand President of the Alaska Native Sisterhood, whose tireless advocacy was instrumental in the passage of the Alaska Equal Rights Act of 1945, the first anti-discrimination law in Alaska that ended segregation and discrimination against Native Alaskans in public spaces. Her courageous testimony before the Alaska Territorial Legislature challenged prejudice and helped secure the bill's passage on February 16, 1945. In recognition of her historic contributions, Alaska declared February 16 as Alaska Petrovich Day in 1988. She has been honored through the naming of a gallery in the Alaska State Capitol, a public park, and in Anchorage with her and her husband's names in various public artworks celebrating her legacy. The Alaska Native Sisterhood Award bears her name to recognize continued efforts for Native rights. In 2020, the United States Mint issued a $1 coin featuring her likeness, marking the first time an Alaska Native appeared on U.S. currency. Her work continues to inspire civil rights advocacy, education, and public awareness, cementing her legacy as a trailblazer for equality and justice in Alaska and the United States. Today is the birth anniversary of Mr. Gerard Debreu, 4th July 1921 to 31st December 2004. Gerard Debreu was a distinguished French-American economist and mathematician who profoundly shaped modern economic theory. He is best known for his rigorous formalization of general equilibrium theory, providing mathematical foundations to economic analysis. Debreu co-authored the landmark Arrow-Debreu model, which demonstrated the existence of equilibrium in competitive markets under precise conditions. For his pioneering contributions to economics, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Economic Sciences in 1983. He also received numerous international honors, fellowships, and honorary doctorates from leading universities. Debreu served as a professor at the University of California, Berkeley, where he influenced generations of economists. His book, Theory of Value, is regarded as a classic in economics for its clarity and mathematical rigor. He was elected to prestigious academies, including the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. Debreu's work set new standards for precision and abstraction in economics. He remains one of the most influential theoretical economists of the 20th century. Your daily dose of wisdom ends here, but the journey never stops. Thank you very much for your patience. Please like and share this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel.